Here is the list of people Obama illegally wiretapped revealed. Trump was right. Trump is going after Obama for illegally wiretapping the tower and campaigning, and it's not the first time Obama has made such a sleazy move. Wikileaks reveals a list of the almost a dozen people who were victim of Obama's lawless wiretapping. The U.S. National Security Agency bugged a private climate change strategy meeting between UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Berlin. Another time he did it was Obama bugged Chief of Staff of UN High Commissioner for Refugees for a long-term interception targeting his Swiss phone. Obama singled out the director of the Rules for Division of the World Trade Organization, Johann Humann, and targeted his Swiss phone for long-term interception. Obama stole sensitive Italian diplomat cables detailing how Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu implored Italy's Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi to help patch up his relationship with U.S. Barack Obama, refusing to talk to Netanyahu. Whoa, look at this. Obama intercepted top EU and Japanese trade ministers discussing their trade secret strategy and red lines to stop the U.S. extorting them at the WTO Doha rounds. The talks subsequently collapsed. Obama explicitly targeted 5 of the top EU economic officials for long-term interception, including their French, Austrian, and Belgian phone numbers. Obama explicitly targeted the phones of Italian ambassador to NATO and other top officials in Italy for long-term interception. Obama intercepted details of a critical meeting between the French and President and Nicolas Sarkozy, Merkel, and Berlusconi, where the latter was told the Italian banking system was ready to pop like a cork. In 2013, a reporter, Fox News' James Rosen, and his family were part of an investigation into government officials anonymously leaked information to the journalists. Rosen was not charged, but his movements and actions were tracked. Also in 2013, members of the Associated Press were targeted of surveillance. The ultra-liberal New Yorker even got, in 2013? Oh, so that's when they got the juice on them and then told them that they better do whatever they say? That kind of thing? Also in 2013, members of the Associated Press were targeted. Surveillance. The ultra-liberal New Yorker even noted that in the moderate of the liberal circles, at least the phone records scandal, partly because it involves the dear old Associated Press and partly because it raises a new inspector of Big Brother, may well present the most serious threat to Obama's reputation. Reporter Cheryl Atkinson said in 2014 that her personal computer and CBS laptop were hacked after they began filing stories about Benghazi that were unflattering to the Obama administration. A source who checked her laptop said the hacker used spyware proprietary to a government agency, according to the article in the New York Post. Obama deserves to rot in jail for what he did. Using the powers of the FBI, CIA, NSA to spy on your political opponents is as dirty as it gets. President Trump is not going to let him get away with this. And that's why the entire list is right there for you. Thank you for watching. Comment below and share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and also hit the bell if you want the breaking videos as they come in. And finally, if you like what we're doing here at Not Fake News and you want to help support and keep fighting alongside with us, all you have to do is like the video. That's it. Just click like. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time at your real news source, Not Fake News.
Congress now investigating President Trump's explosive claims of being wiretapped by the Obama administration during the race for the White House.
Yep, the shocking allegations spurring hasty denials from the former president and intel officials. But if true, what sort of legal trouble could they face?
We have called in Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano, who's got a headline, and the headline is, the President of the United States, if he wanted to, Barack Obama, he could order a wiretap.
Absolutely. If Donald Trump wanted to, he could surveil anybody. That's directly in the FISA statute, which after laying out a lot of detailed procedures about what the NSA is supposed to do, says literally, notwithstanding all of the above, the President of the United States may on his own conduct surveillance or order surveillance of any person in the United States upon the filing of a certification with the Attorney General, of course, works for the President. So the idea that it was illegal for Barack Obama to listen to the phone calls and in-person conversations of Donald Trump is wrong. It, in my view, is immoral and profoundly unconstitutional and utterly wrong, but it's lawful because Congress has said it is lawful. This is power that was given to every president from Jimmy Carter up to and including Donald Trump. It's still
Judge,
in the statute.
I don't think the power was intended to spy on your political enemies.
Well, of course not. Of course not. But the language is so broad that it would authorize it. So the last thing in the world the intelligence community wants is an investigation by the Congress which will expose how truly pervasive spying is, how the intelligence community captures everything we say on our mobile devices, every time we touch a key on our mobile devices, on our desktops, every conversation on landline, every piece of data that goes across any fiber in the United States into or out of the United States is captured digitally by the NSA. The NSA is in the military. So the president tells the military, I need the conversation Trump had with Kilmeade in Trump Tower. He'll have it in a few minutes.
Well, let me ask you this. When James Clapper came out and says, I'm National Intelligence Director, if somebody wiretapped the Trump Tower, I would know about it, and it didn't happen.
He actually didn't say it that way. He chose his words very carefully.
Semantics.
He said, if somebody got a FISA warrant for this, I would know about it. The president doesn't need a FISA warrant because the statute authorizes the president to bypass FISA. And quite frankly, Brian, we are all skeptical of anything James Clapper says because he lied under oath, and we all know that.
Right.
When Senator Wyden asked him, is the NSA spying on tens or hundreds of millions of Americans, and he answered no, Senator Wyden knew the answer was yes, General Clapper knew the answer was yes, they gave him a chance to correct the answer, and he didn't do it.
Isn't it interesting? 1 week the Democrats like Comey, the next week the Republicans like him.
Yes, now he's caught in the middle of this because in his perception of what President Trump tweeted, the FBI has been tarnished. The FBI doesn't use FISA. The FBI has a very, very small intelligence unit. The vast majority of what the FBI does is investigate crimes. They need a warrant because if you gather evidence without a warrant, the courts are not going to hear it. If you gather evidence with a warrant, then it's competent evidence in a trial.
So you doubt that Comey actually came across through this unnamed source to the New York Times? It was published on Sunday night. We all saw it on Monday. That said that there was no surveillance of Trump Tower?
By the FBI.
Yeah.
By the FBI. Right. The FBI wouldn't be in the business of surveilling Trump Tower unless they thought crimes are going on in there.
If there is an investigation and it does come out that President Obama was wiretapping President Trump, then nothing's going to happen, right? Because it wasn't
nothing legal is going to happen. I think the political earthquake would destroy whatever legacy Barack Obama has. That, as Steve said at the outset of this conversation, he did it for the most base and venal reasons, to tarnish a political opponent. This power is so extraordinary. It's only supposed to be used to secure the United States of America as a sovereign entity. It's not supposed to be used to torment your political opponents.
You know, so there's going to be an investigation. The president wants an investigation.
Yes.
All they really need is a whistleblower.
Yes,
right?
they do. And
if you're a whistleblower, you're watching right now, you know what happened if something happened. What do? Do they go to the IG of the DOJ or something like that?
That's exactly what they do. Well, they go to the IG, the Inspector General of the intelligence community. The intelligence community, which consists of 16 known intelligence entities in the federal government and probably a few unknown, has an Inspector General who has a procedure for whistleblowers.
That way they get protection.
I can almost assure you that if this is a thorough and complete investigation, you will see whistleblowers, perhaps behind a screen, testifying on our screen before these committees.
What's so interesting is, in listening to you disseminate this, like no one's ever broken it down like this before, if Donald Trump is listening to his daily briefing or reading it, and he's hearing things that only someone would know if they knew him or tapped phone conversations, that would conclude him to believe that someone had to be tapping phones in the Trump organization, which makes you wonder who had that power. Goes back to the president.
He gets an you're exactly right. He gets an intelligence briefing every morning. He knows more about this than any of us do. And one of them could very well have said, by the way, your predecessor was listening to those conversations you had with Kilmeade and Ducey and Ainsley and Napolitano and everybody else that met with you.
So he tweets it out at 6 and plays golf at 7.
Correct.
Do you think it happened? Do you think he was wiretapped?
Yes.
Something happened.
Yes, I do.
And the reporters aren't in trouble, per se. It's whoever leaked them the stuff.
Correct. All the stuff, once it's leaked, is lawful to print. The leaker is the person in trouble.
Why do you think it happened?
For the reasons Steve has articulated. I think they concluded by the end of, or the middle of October, that Mrs. Clinton was going down, and they wanted to see if there was a way to stop her fall and to prevent his rise, and they didn't find it.
Wow. Thanks so much, Judge. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, guys. All the best.
Fascinating. Okay.